Hi, hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you're seeing this, good day. Hi, if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, Owlet. If you are new here, my name is BlueNightt. I am making this video as sort of a reintroduction and also just for fun. I've been on YouTube for a while now, creating witchy content, and when I originally planned to start making some more videos to post, it was suggested to me to do another How I Became a Witch video. A lot of the suggestions that I have on a list that I've been compiling over a handful of years are how-to videos. And I recorded another How I Became a Witch video, and it was boring and I hated it. And I decided that I wasn't gonna post it. So that's why this video is gonna be posted a little bit late. The goal is to post every Monday, but you know, we'll see. It hasn't happened yet. So I've been a witch since 2004.
Look at me!
I know, we seem to be inside
I'm
each other.
old!
I beg your pardon?
Oh, I'm like the Crypt Keeper!
I started practicing witchcraft when I was very, very young, before I was 18. My mother told me when I brought her a binder full of articles about what witchcraft was and what it wasn't. My mother told me that I wasn't a witch and I wasn't to practice witchcraft in her house. So I said, okay, and I proceeded to practice witchcraft in the yard. That binder that held a lot of articles that I think were very useful from a website called paganspath.com held articles such as how to talk to your parents about wanting to become pagan, how to incorporate study into your everyday life as a kid, or not a kid, but a young adult, etc., etc., etc. And among these articles, there were also certain tidbits of information that reminded us, if we were children, to respect the wishes of our parents or guardians, because, you know, to not do so is not very polite, not very respectful. Anyway, point being, I've been practicing this is my 21st year. It is mes bon today. It is my witch anniversary, which I know some of you may realize I celebrate, but I literally just realized that it's been 21 years and I haven't really done anything very special last year because life was lifing. So it's just now hitting me this year, like it's been 2 decades. I'm old as and I kind of wonder what it would be like to go back and see myself during those years. So I'm thinking, as some celebration, I may do another rededication ritual for myself, and I thought about recording that, and I thought, no, that's not it. And I decided I instead would do 20 lessons I've learned as a witch and talk about them and do a little bit of a rant or a little chat. And so here we are. So if this is something you're interested in, welcome. Let's get it over with. So I say let's get it over with because these are things that I wrote down and almost none of them have any direct ties to a magical practice. However, I feel like every single one of these lessons is very important. These lessons they may look a little different. They may read a little different than what yours might. But I highly encourage you, if you've been practicing for a decade, 2 decades, half a decade, I encourage you to make a list like this and stuff it away in your book of shadows or your book of mirrors. And let's revisit it after another decade, half a decade, 2 decades. So these are the 20 lessons that I've learned as a witch. 20 lessons for 20 years. First lesson is, I'm weird. And that's fair. Second lesson, it's okay to be weird.
Oh, being normal is vastly overrated.
I feel like sometimes we find ourselves thinking a little differently than the group, and that's okay. And I think that bringing thoughts and ideas that are different is really important to talk about and bring to the forefront, because without that, there's no change. And that, to me, is what being a witch is. It's your nature to create change. So I think that the sooner that we learn to accept our weirdness and accept our differences and to love them, rather than try and be a part of the whole or trying to blend in, the better. Lesson 3, meet adversity with knowledge and reference. And I guess what I mean by knowledge and reference is to try and see the perspectives or understand the perspective of others. Even in witchcraft, when we cast spells to change a thing in our lives, right? It often helps us, in my experience anyway, to understand exactly why the thing is. Because if you can understand why a thing is, it's easier to undo a thing and change it. If you understand how a thing is, it's easier to untie a knot that you've made a mistake on if you know what mistake you've made, and to retie the knot in the correct way or in the preferred way.
I understand your pain.
Is their mother still alive?
Yes.
Good. There will be someone left to raise them.
So meet adversity with knowledge and reference. Respect adversity. Yeah. Lesson number 4, ignoring shadows doesn't make them disappear. I don't think we need to talk about that one anymore. I think that one is just as it is. Saying something doesn't exist doesn't make it not exist. Usually makes the problem worse. Shadows also aren't problems, but... Lesson 5, witch does not equal good person.
What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? I'm a good woman. I'm a good woman. Most of the time.
Lesson number 6, pay your bills with the magic you use to change your world. Nothing wrong with it. Lesson number 7, be okay with being bad. Something I've adopted very recently within the last few years is that I've realized the witch in the story is usually the villain, and that's okay.
Have you ever noticed how supervillains always try to change things, and superheroes are the ones trying to prevent change?
Something to think on. Lesson 8, injustice is a sign of weakness. Lesson number 9, and I love that this one fell on lesson number 9, ethical empathy is equal to power. Lesson number 10, protecting your soul is important. Lesson number 11. Protecting your soul is powerful. Lesson number 12. Sacrificing your vibe for others is not the flex you think it is. It's really not. Lesson number 13. Nothing is inherently good or bad, but everything is. Lesson number 14. Money and attention are just as powerful as the written word. Lesson 15. Change is imminent and should be invited. Lesson 16. Humans can be flawed. Allow them their nature. Lesson 17. Wounds are not always physical. Obvi. Lesson 18. Wounds that are not physical more often leave scars. Lesson 19. Religion is fantasy. And finally, lesson 20. Doing your best is more than enough. So those are my 20 lessons I've learned from being a witch for 20 years. I would love to hear your thoughts. I'd also love for others to maybe make their own list of lessons that they've learned and reflect on them. No other prompts, just 20 lessons or however many lessons you've learned after being a witch for however many years, however many months, however many weeks. My original thought for a video recently was that I was going to make a video about community, and I made a video, expressed some things in that video about community. Then I cast a spell for community, and then all of my save files got corrupted. And I think that this is a better way to voice those things than even that. So, thanks for watching. Hope you'll be here again next week. Bye.